We are here with Professor Yanis Ben Amor, who is Executive Director of the Center for Sustainable Development of the Columbia University. Thank you so much. The university recently released a report on non-negotiable skills in education. What can you tell us about that?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me to discuss some of the reports that we have as part of a partnership with the FII Institute. So 2 years ago, when we started this partnership, one of the things as educators that we were wondering is there going to be a tendency from professors and teachers to try to hand over certain skills of our children to the artificial intelligence? This is not a new phenomenon. If you think about it, there are skills historically that we used to know that we no longer know anymore. For example, one of them is mental calculation. You know, in my days, it was very important to know how to mentally calculate. It was actually a skill that was considered to be non-negotiable. Then, of course, calculators were invented, and now they are in our phones. No one still does mental calculation. So we were wondering, there is going to be a tendency in artificial intelligence that our children will rely on the tool to externalize these skills that they will no longer have to learn. And we were really worried about that. And so for the last 2 years, in an international efforts with over 40 universities, including many from what we would call the Global South, we were thinking, are there skills that we have to protect and have to make sure that every human child from now until forever continues to learn, and we never take the risk of handing this over to the artificial intelligence. So 2 examples of those skills would be creativity and critical thinking. There are more than 9 skills that we have identified. I encourage all of you to read the report. What we've done is we try to find very concrete case studies to explain why we have considered that these will be non-negotiable skills for our children.
Many of the reports on the job impact by AI have been discussed. In many cases, there's been a little exaggeration about the impact. Amor from Anthropic, Jensen Huang from Vidya, usually change
Sam
idea
Altman.
about how AI is impacting jobs. You had a report and you are working with the FII Institute on that theme. What do you think is the truth about the AI jobs impact?
Thank you. So as part of the partnership with FII Institute, we are looking at 4 domains. So education we just spoke about. We also look at ethics, we look at healthcare, and then we look at macroeconomics. So while I'm not, an economist, I work for a famous one, Professor Jeffrey Sachs, who is the one who led the 2 reports on the impact on jobs. And what we found is that, indeed, there is now, it seems, an impact, particularly for college-educated who are trying to look for a job in the United States, that there has been a decrease in offers. So, in fact, this could be due to multiple factors. Number 1, because the productivity of the teams that are already inside the company may have increased so much that they do not need as many people, and so they don't need to hire new people because the productivity of the team that they have is already very big. There is another reason that people tend to not want to admit. We have had, since 2020, 3 successive economic crises. The first one with COVID, the second one with the war between Russia and Ukraine, and now, since February 28, 2026, the war between Iran, the United States, and Israel. So these have had, of course, economic impacts. And companies, in my opinion, have a tendency to say that they are not hiring or that they are firing because of AI, because it sounds sexier than to say that their company is going through an economic recession. And so we would have to see, actually, if we go now towards a period of normalization and economic improvement, whether in fact these impacts that are allegedly due to artificial intelligence are going to continue. My opinion, and again, I am not an economist, is that there have been many technological evolutions in the history of mankind, and all of them have been associated with loss of certain jobs. But the good news is that typically they're also associated with a lot of creation of jobs that we are not even thinking about, because we are now moving into an area, new jobs that did not exist. One example, prompt writer. I mean, 10 years ago, if you had said to people, what is a prompt writer? Nobody has an understanding. So artificial intelligence, I think, is also going to create new opportunities that we can't even think about.